What is up, guys? Welcome back to Breakout Trading. So a bit of a two-parter video today. What I did today in markets and also a Bitcoin trade. I actually just sold for 125% gainer on a high leverage position, high leverage short position just now that I'll have some footage of. So yeah, I'm gonna do my usual recap and we'll get right to it. So minimize myself up there, and yeah, we'll start off with DAS Trader. So, pre-market this morning, there was a bunch of these Chinese gappers, and I was looking for some sort of sympathy play. So I kind of knew that they would all follow each other. Had that written in my journal, and the leader was CTIB. So you can see that this thing, that's what it looked like pre-market. So, came up here, hit 484, pulled back. Let me make sure I'm recording. I only have one chance because DAS Trader deletes all the little arrows in about 20 minutes. So yeah. Anyways, this thing makes a high here, tapped it again, and then I managed to get above it, showing some sort of strength. Rips from 485 up here to 606, and then you can see actually how terrible it was all day. But anyways, right here in the morning, it ripped up. I went for a little bit of a dip trade there and managed to get out alive before this thing completely tanked. So in the morning, I bought in at 504 and only sold for about a 6-cent gain, netting me pretty much a break-even trade. It was 180 and I paid $2 in commission, so down 20 cents. Not the greatest, but also not the worst. The market was really shitty today, to say honest. Like, this was one of the leading gappers. HHT was a leading gapper. KBSF. CHNR, all these kind of JFIN was also a leading gapper. All these were flat to sell-offy, so not too good. And then that brings us over to SINT. So this one here, it's funny, this is actually the exact same play I just made on Bitcoin just now. But anyways, huge ripper in the morning. Didn't really end up capitalizing on much of that. I was going to do a VWAP bounce play here, but for some reason I hesitated. I think it was because I had that loser yesterday, which isn't good to, hesitate on a setup that works based on what's happened in the previous day, whether that be a winner or a loser. You should just be neutral every day, so that's my mistake. But anyways, it ended up having a bit of an opportunity for bounce there, sold off further. I actually ended up having a nap because you have to wake up so early here in BC. And then I noticed that later in the day, this thing started to form into a really nice ascending triangle. And you can see this little arrow here. And I'll try and make that a bit bigger. Yeah, so these arrows here, that was where I entered along this trend line. Looking for this thing to push over 250 to $3 was my target. And then I ended up stopping out here after it kind of failed. So I bought in there at 238 and sold for a 12-cent loss down there at 226, and that put me down $6 on SINT plus commissions. So I think I'm down about $9 today. $9. What was it? What would that be? 4 plus 6 is 9. No, 4 plus 6 is 10, and then sorry, I'm thinking about some other stuff. And then -2. So yeah, I'm down about like $8 today overall in the stock market. Yeah, this thing really crapped out. This is actually a picture of it earlier today. It looked much better earlier. So this is what it looked like when I first tried to enter it. So really clean looking, and you can see like support, 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 and then that clear 250 resistance, and then invalidated here once it broke below, especially VWAP. I got out before that because I've learned that if you try to get out around VWAP, you just get wrecked because of the liquidity. And then this is the P&L today, down $8.22. Scratch trade on STIB and the loss on SINT. So nothing I can't recover from. Really nice keeping those losers super small. I'm really happy with that. In the moment, it doesn't feel good taking no trades, like in the moment in the day, you kind of feel like you failed somehow when um, you're been sitting there at your computer for 2 hours, you haven't made a trade yet, and then you end up making one and it's a loser. But now that it's later in the day, I am really glad that I didn't put the pedal to the metal when the momentum really wasn't there today. So we had that one, CTIB, SINT, Sava started, popping as well, but I didn't end up taking any trades on that. Book. Let's see here. Yeah, so Sava popped. That one actually ended up doing really nicely today. Did a really nice clean breakout on the daily over that 280 level. Yeah, I really can't remember exactly what happened. I should probably do these recaps a bit earlier in the day so I actually remember. I didn't even take any trades. I was just watching it. And then one that I actually did miss out on was good old IDEX. This one's pretty cool actually. So this one was pretty good runner, and it's selling off during the day, and then it popped up, and then right here I started looking at it, and I was actually looking for a retest. You see this little high here? It's hard to zoom in on this, but this little high right there at 275, I was looking to buy a retest of that, and it actually came right down to the penny and then ripped up. And the reason I missed this was because I was paying attention to SINT. So that's really, it's really a detriment when it's like a handicap when you don't have multiple screens. It's really hard to trade on a MacBook Air. I can't wait till I'm back home with my full setup so that I can watch these things in my left eye as they happen. So yeah, that's pretty much it today. Down $8 in the market. Everything was really not that hot today. I'm not too concerned about it. I kept my cool. Yeah, I controlled my emotions. I didn't swing for the fences when there wasn't any sort of thing to swing for. And, so that means that I'm down, what is that, $8-9 on the week. So that's nothing I can't make back tomorrow and then end this week in the green as well. So yeah, that's it for the markets. Exit out of this. Thank God I got that done because they delete all those little triangles in about 8 minutes. So we'll get out of parallels. Q. Oh, I gotta make sure it's running because of Windows maintenance. My bad. I'll just minimize it then so we can do some maintenance. Yeah, Parallels is pretty awesome if you only have a Mac and you want to trade. A lot of the trading platforms are only available on Windows, so yeah, it's pretty sweet to get because you can basically just have Windows on your Mac and then flip back and forth too, so it's pretty nice. My computer's extremely slow right now. This thing's been kind of putting it through the works. So anyways, yeah, that was the markets today, and then I want to go into my Bitcoin trade. So basically my whole thesis on this is that for whatever reason Bitcoin is now following the S&P. So what I did is I marked out on this blue line here, this is the open of the futures on Monday it was, and then also on Bitcoin I marked out, let's go to this one here. Wow, yeah, my computer's like a dinosaur right now, it feels like. So yeah, you can see that this is the S&P futures. We had a runner-up and then a reversal here on June 23rd and a drop down, and the same thing happened, pretty much the exact same thing in Bitcoin here. Reversal up June 23rd, big drop down. So that's what I've been kind of using to trade Bitcoin, is the actual S&P. Also, when we go to a daily chart here, this is really nice. After how many days have we been in freaking consolidation for? Like 53 days, like almost 2 months. This thing's finally picking a direction which is to the downside. For me, I don't hold anything. I'm a trader, so I don't care what direction it goes. I just care that it goes in a direction that has a trend, which now looks like it could go down. So These are three levels I'm watching: 8,900, 8,650, and 8,150, just because those are the little bottoming ticks as this thing consolidated upwards into this triangle. And now you can see it's breaking down. I actually managed to get a 125% gainer position on this. I was using an extremely small share size on a website called Bybit, if you guys aren't familiar. But it was actually really nice, so I might see if I can't play. I know, I'm just going to show the screenshots because it's too hard to do all this on my little MacBook. So what I'll do is, this is the original position, and you can see that I was, zoom out here. Yeah, you can see that I was short $1,000, which was actually only $20 at risk, but with 50x leverage. The con to that is you have what's called a liquidation price, which is extremely close. So the liquidation price was only at 9,385, which is this red line here. So this is my entry, liquidation, and my target was kind of down here at 8,900. So it ended up actually working really nicely for me, and I will try my best right now to play the video for that. I don't think there'll be any audio. Yeah, I can't wait till I'm back home. Only a few more days, and I can really make these videos higher quality. Alright guys, a little update here on the Bitcoin short position. This thing has completely tanked. We're up over 100%, so right now I'm going to sell half. Okay. So you can see that in this video here. The thing's tanking, and yeah, this is horrible. This is absolutely horrible to try and do this on my Mac. Wow. So yeah, this thing's tanking, and I'm selling half of the position right now, as this is dropping down to 9K, because I knew 9K would be really big support. And you can see just down here, I don't even know if this will show up on YouTube, but 112% there on the 50x short. Really nice. I actually tried to short this a few days earlier and just took a small $6 loss, so making that back plus some. I'm going to try and grow this Bybit account. Before I started making YouTube videos and trading the stock market, I traded a bit on this account and I lost about 150, so that'd be cool if I could deposit 90, make back the 150 plus some, and then deposit it out and do something with it. The last big gain of Bitcoin that I made, I actually took my girlfriend out for a sushi dinner, so that could be fun if I could do that again. But yeah, this video just kind of shows me selling as this thing is just tanking. I'm not even gonna mess around with this. It's just so poor. So yeah, that's it's a pretty low quality video for today. I don't even know. Whatever. I'm still gonna upload it. No one even watches these. But yeah, that was a messy video. That was probably confusing to whoever's watching this, but no, whatever. So yeah, shitty day in the markets. Choppy, not much action. We'll see if that carries over tomorrow. There might, once again, don't let today's results or what happened today affect you tomorrow. Tomorrow's a whole new day in the markets. Anything can happen. You always got to be prepared to make fucking bank, and always be prepared to manage your risk properly, which I did do today, which I'm proud of in this choppy market, and managed to capitalize on a really nice short trade there on Bitcoin. Yeah, really nice that me just reading how heavy it looked. I've traded Bitcoin for a while, so I consider myself pretty decent at how it acts, kind of. And now that this thing is really tanked, we have a nice opportunity here on the daily chart to maybe hop back in, because right now I'm completely out at 9K and below on that trade there. But if you look at the daily, this thing's just getting started, so there'll be a lot more downside action. I'm probably going to wait for maybe a little bit of a recovery, or I'll just go in a low leverage position short. That might be the better thing to do, because unlike those small caps, when a big thing like Bitcoin chooses a direction, it usually continues in that direction pretty well. You can see we're just about to close that hourly candle there, so That is a nice hourly candle confirming the break. I will probably wait until tomorrow, until this daily candle closes, and we are 100% confirmed that this thing's breaking down. So that's what I'll do in 20 hours. I will enter into a new short position on Bitcoin, probably one that's going to be a bit more of a swing trade, and the risk will be a little over $20 what I made today. So yeah, that's about it. That's the plan. Yeah, that's it. I'm going to be back at my home trading station in definitely start of next week on Monday, whatever day that is. And then the videos should be higher quality then. So that's it for today.